This is another box of miscellaneous cool comics. Some Kirby. A lot of people, videos I see, people talking about comics, they're always into the high grade comics. And I like high grade comics as much as anybody. There's Dave Stevens. A little catch of Dave Stevens here. That's Frank Thorne. I don't mind buying lower grade comics because what I've learned about about lower grade comics is they generally hold their value. Higher grade comics keep going up, up, up. That's true. But the lower grade comics, they hold their value. So if I get a good deal on a low grade comic, I know that it's gonna, be like a quarter in the piggy bank. It's just gonna be there. It's not gonna grow. It's not gonna raise interest. But if down the road in 5 or 10 years, it will go up a little bit, and someone will probably want it. I like these funky science fiction stories. Usually have a lot of good artists in them. There's a lot of dollar books I picked up. Madame Xanadu, it's my Kaluta. Fun. I like Mike Kaluta's art. Flash Gordon. There's East Coast Comics, Weird Fantasy, 13. Mysteries of Unexplored Worlds. John Carter of Mars, that's pretty cool. And there's a Russ Manning Magnus Robot Fighters. I dig those. This cover's by George Wilson. And Turok. More George Wilson goodness on the covers. Kona. I'm not sure who did that painting. Space Adventures. Good old Steve Ditko. Shanghai has sentimental value. It was my childhood friend, Topper Helmers, did the artwork on that. Charlton Bullseye. I got 2 issues on there. Tales of the Mysterious Traveler. It's a great Alex Nino cover. Man, I love Alex Nino's artwork. Ghostly Tales. I want to say that's a Don Newton painting on the cover. Shock Suspense Stories. This comic book stopped me from ever using heroin. I mean, in my life, I've used just about every drug that you can imagine in my younger days, drugs that were around then. And but I never tried heroin because of this story. Seduction of the Innocent. Those are Alex Toth. They have Alex Toth's reprint stories in them. Ghostly Tales. Kind of dig the Charltons. Ghost Manor. Midnight Tales. H.P. Lovecraft's Haunted Horror. That's by Richard Corbin. House of Mystery. These are double bagged. Bricktop, Glenn Fabry. That's kind of a cool little Gen 13, Men of Mystery, Digest Special with Catman, Comic Book Comics. That was a fun title. I used to have a lot more of those. I don't know whatever happened to them. Girl Scouts by Jim Mahfood. That was a great series. Sonambulo. I bought these at a con from the artists. It's kind of a fun set. Let's see. I think there were 2 issues of that. Maybe I sold one. And just some cross-gen comics. Came out of dollar boxes. Pathways to Fantasy. Had a lot of great artists in it. I always thought that book should be worth something, but it's not worth anything. Tom Strong. That's Paul Galassi. Johnny Quest. I'm a big fan of Doug Wildey. 6 from Sirius. It's more Paul Galassi. Grip by, that's like the whole series there from Gilbert Hernandez. Paul in the Country. That was a pretty good series. Paul by Michael Rabagliati. Mostly graphic novels, but I got that one little comic book. Salome by Craig Russell. B. Craig Russell. Poison Elves. Hyena. I think I've got the whole series there, or not whole series, but several issues. Sometimes I bag a bunch of comics together to save bags, boards. Astra, yeah. Jim Ballant. Cosmic Clitty. It's an Eros comic by Gray Morrow. Bernie Wrightson. Master of the Macabre. Fun stuff. Nightmares. Paul Galassi goodness. And the Chronicles of Lib LaRoche. This was a extra that came with the Liam Sharp Kickstarter book. And Joe Kubert presents Dick Tracy. That's the all red cover. Tommaso art inside. Amazing Heroes. That's got an interview with our feature on Doug Wildey. Young Indiana Jones. It's a Gray Morrow issue. A couple of issues. I think Dan Barry did most of them. Ditko Kirby Wood. Kind of a fun little comic. The 3D adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters. Anything goes. Some more dollar books. I don't know why I bought that. Or that. This one has a lot of interesting artists worked on it, including Dave Stevens. Haha. I really liked the Roger Langridge issue, but then I bought subsequent issues and didn't care much for it. Black Zeppelin by Gene Day. Gene Day died young, smoked a lot of cigarettes, and worked too hard, and died way too young. I think he was in his 20s. Black Zeppelin, this was a science fiction series that he wanted to do. I think it was published posthumously. Gregory by Mark Hempel. Talk about commentary on mental health. This is a funny comic. I don't know how it lasted so long. And Breathtaker, also by Mark Hempel. This was really a fun title. Love, death, sex, power. That's what it's all about. If you ever get a chance to read these, it's definitely a good read. This is an old Lucy comic, 3/4 cover, picked up somewhere. I'm not even sure what comic that is. Horse Without a Head, it's probably a 4-color. And Nancy Nebula, it's by a local Austin artist. And finally, I've got the Big Little Times, a fanzine for Big Little books.